Yeah, but it's still not a good card though. 65k is a lot.
Yu-Gi-Oh has undergone numerous.
Why Battle City is the peak of Yu-Gi-Oh. I saw this video and I was wondering, is this a Backcrest nostalgic opinion? Obviously, I haven't seen the video. Wrong. It's no. I'll be look, just because Waking the Dragons is my personal favorite arc from DM doesn't mean that I can't be like objective and be like it's not the best. Most people would say it's the best arc in DM, right? Most people say like, or what's your favorite arc? They'll be like Battle City, right? Battle City is one of the most popular shonen arcs ever. Not just Yu-Gi-Oh, chat. Battle City is really, it's really the most known arc of Yu-Gi-Oh. It has the God cards. Merrick is more popular than Pegasus. You had the tag duel with, Kaiba and Yugi. You had Yugi versus Joey. I watched that duel over again, chat. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna sound pretty Backcresty. That duel actually, when you watch not the dub, when you watch the sub version of that duel, chat, it actually gives me like jitters, man. Seriously, just like the stakes. I think it's the stakes of the duel. The fact that Merrick put the container over, it gives me chills. Like the fact that he put the container over Taya, to where if they stopped dueling, it would kill her. I'm like, bro, is this a show about card games or what? Like, they are just. And then whoever loses was gonna drown in the ocean. Like that duel is actually really crazy when you think about it, chat. Just from like a conceptual standpoint. However, I would still argue that look, and maybe this is just because I felt like it had the most heart-wrenching moments, chat. I would still say Dark Signers is the best arc in Yu-Gi-Oh history. What's the best arc, chat, in the anime? Like of all the Yu-Gi-Oh series, not the whatever the one we're on now, Go Rush or something. Those don't count. I would say that the best arc is still, in my opinion, Dark Signers. That's just me. Duelist Kingdom isn't better than Battle City. Or wait, it's not better than Battle City. Yeah, it's not better than Battle City. I'd argue Supreme King, so that's from Arc V. Synchro Dimension and Arc V? The fuck are you, what? I watched that arc. Like, no. I've never watched any of them. Okay, you're just a fake one. You're the fakest DM fan. Waking the Dragons is my favorite arc in DM. Because it's awesome. Joey should have beat Merrick because he was robbed. Dungeon Dice Monsters. Chat, y'all some weirdos.
Numerous
like the fact that not a single person in this chat said Dark Signers, like y'all some weirdos. I mean, come on. Have y'all seen Dark Signers arc? It's insane. The duel, Jack Atlas versus Carly, chat. That's like a top 3 duel of all time. Like if you don't have to like physically cry, but if you didn't emotionally cry watching that duel, then like I think you don't have a soul. Seriously. Dark Signers arc, watch Carly versus Jack when Carly becomes a Dark Signer, which I guess technically is spoilers because you don't know that. But like that duel is just, it's insane. It's awesome. I thought Dark Signers was alright. Ban that guy. Carly is ugly, so I don't care about her. Dark Signers was good. They should have kissed. It's the anime. You can't have characters kissing.
The course of its more than 20 years of anime and manga, with each one exploring new subjects and ideas through the lens of a pure-hearted adolescent. From fending off bullies in high school to the very real threat of artificial intelligence wiping out humanity, Yu-Gi-Oh has taught me that just about anything can be solved with card games. And despite its ever-changing approach, Yu-Gi-Oh retains its spot as the #1 most profitable Jump franchise to this day.
Really? Over One Piece? Wow. Yu-Gi-Oh's the most profitable Jump franchise of all time? I would have actually No, I wouldn't even. Hold on, I wouldn't even have thought one. I would have thought it was Naruto, just because Naruto sells like no. It probably is Yu-Gi-Oh. No. Because what I was going to say, chat, I was going to say the reason that I would give Naruto the edge over one, because like the One Piece anime and manga is more popular than Naruto, but Naruto should sell way more merchandise than One Piece, right? Like you can find little weed, like 5-year-old weed kids with like headbands and kunais and shit. You don't really see people wearing One Piece like merchandise. But Yu-Gi-Oh has the card game. Yu-Gi-Oh has the card game. Like Yu-Gi-Oh's merchandise is just on a different level. Like Yu-Gi-Oh has the card game. Yu-Gi-Oh has Duel Links. It has Master Duel. Like those all make money, Chad. Like none of the other Jump franchises have anything remotely comparable. And even though they've all had card games, none of them hold a candle to Yu-Gi-Oh. So like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh actually might be the most profitable Jump franchise ever. I never thought about that. Chunin exam arc is all time. Oh, definitely. Chunin is one of what's it called. Isn't DBZ Jump? It is. But what DBZ merchandise outsells Yu-Gi-Oh as a card game? Like you have to keep in mind, the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG is over 20 years old. It is the highest selling card game ever and has been for a while. Like video games, I mean Yu-Gi-Oh has those too. They don't sell as much as Dragon Ball games, but yeah, Dragon Ball sells a lot of games, Chad, but like I don't think Dragon Ball sells more games than like Yu-Gi-Oh sells cards. You know what I mean? And Dragon Ball video games have been around since the ones on the PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like the old PlayStation games, I remember. There's
Aside
one for, like,
from
GT
Dragon
and
Ball
shit.
and One Piece. However,
Wait,
most people
what'd he say?
to this day, aside from Dragon Ball and One Piece,
Oh, rip. He said aside from Dragon, I'll say, so Yu-Gi-Oh's the third. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a debate. But that's still pretty good. We're more profitable than Naruto. That's still pretty good. Okay.
however,
so we don't beat
most
Dragon
people in
Ball.
the community will have you believe that Yu-Gi-Oh peaked a long time ago and hasn't come close in the near 2 decades since. I agree. Don't get me wrong, there have been some excellent stories.
Okay, is it gonna be one of those videos? Is he just talking about the? So he's talking about the anime.
Story arcs throughout the years, and I'm not saying that any of them are necessarily bad. The pinnacle was simply so high that it will most likely never be reached again.
Back in my day.
That's why today we're going to discuss how Battle City became the pinnacle of Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
Dude, Vrains is insane.
Although Duelist Kingdom is the
anyone
arc
says
that
Vrains is
catapulted
bad, I just
Yu-Gi-Oh
don't
into
respect
mainstream
their opinion.
popularity and made the card game an international sensation, it's the Battle City
Yo! I have this video. That's crazy. Chat, you guys see this video right here with this lady? I actually have the original clip. Let's see. I use it in my video. I actually use it in my video. So let me see if I can find it. I think this is it.
Comic King North, Tony speaking. Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Yes, we do have
Let's see if the lady
boosters,
comes
but
up.
we're out of the starter.
I just used it in another
It's the
video.
newest craze, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And if you can get your hands on them,
Or if
consider
not, I have it
yourself
somewhere.
lucky.
They're extremely popular. Like, you just have
They pull up these cards and they
Some years.
Free.
it's
I just
This is you guys, by the
played
way, chat.
Pokemon
When this was shot, you guys were all like 2 years old.
some years.
Or seem to know
Maybe
it
it's a
well.
different video.
he has, but not.
Okay. I'm gonna download that video then. I like old footage, chat. Old footage of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff that shows Yu-Gi-Oh! From like DM and stuff. I use it periodically in my videos. I'm gonna download this. It's got this like, I think this looks like Metal Raiders that she's holding.
made the card game an international sensation, it's the Battle City arc that demanded Yu-Gi-Oh be taken seriously. Not just as an anime, but as a card game too. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh wasn't a complete disaster prior to Battle City. It had all of the same themes throughout its entire run, and the card game was already at the center of the story. It's the execution of these ideas that fell flat. You see, prior to Battle City, the version of the card game that existed
have
within
rules,
the anime was
basically.
little more than a confusing mess. In fact, the protagonist of the series is still regarded as a cheater due to the way he played during Duelist Kingdom. Activating Monster Replace during his opponent's turn, using Mammoth Graveyard with a spell card, and attacking the moon to destroy the sea.
This is number one bullshit.
These are all things that Yugi actually does. I suppose it doesn't matter to someone who's never played the game before, and that's
It
who most
doesn't.
of the audience was when it first aired, But this created a divide among the players of the real game, those who read the rulebook and those who did not. I should note that this problem didn't exist in Japan because Yu-Gi-Oh was marketed as for ages 12 and up before it came to the West. But outside of Japan, Yu-Gi-Oh was marketed towards a much younger age. That's why the anime was so heavily censored by 4Kids. They wanted to make Yu-Gi-Oh, well, for kids.
6+.
The point I'm trying to make here is that a 6-year-old is way less likely to read a rulebook than a 12-year-old. Especially when they could just point to a TV and say, look, he did it, so I can't.
I need to learn how to. Okay. Chat. Dolan consistently says, Cap, you need to learn how to edit. Which I don't. I reject that notion of learn how to. Like, dude, I know how to edit because until literally this scene in the video, I know how to do I was looking at this and I was like, yeah, I can do all of this, by the way. And not just like I can do. I literally do all of this in my videos. And I was going to ask you, like, do you guys think this video has been edited well so far? And you guys be like, oh, it looks so amazing. I'm like, dude, this looks just like any of my videos. This I don't know how to do. Like, I wanted this to be one of my I told you guys, chat. I wanted this to be like one of my what are those things called, chat? On Twitch, like not bits, channel points. Yeah, I wanted this to be like one of my channels. I think this is so clever. When you edit Yu-Gi-Oh into like another anime, it's like it's so clever. Or when you edit one thing into like another thing. This I actually do need to learn. Like that's kind of clever.
So not only
You know
did the
what I mean?
limited rules in Duelist
Anyways,
Kingdom make it impossible
need a
to
better
take the anime
program.
seriously,
I don't
it
want
also
one.
made it harder for people to play with each other.
We gotta step up and challenge this guy to a duel. He accepts, and we sit down to play. He opens his hand,
Who
he
is
gets
this?
his cards, and he's like, well, boy, Goblin Attack Force, go ahead. Well, I have this.
What overlaying an image?
The Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I mean, I might know how to do it. I don't know.
And he says, you can't just summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon on your first turn. And I looked at him and was
YT
like, don't get mad because you're about to lose.
Is he like is this guy like is he like somebody with like 1 million subs or something? Like I'm not familiar with them. YT Dan. He does Master Duel? Oh.
He's gonna go ahead and negate.
He used to play Duel. Oh, okay. I'm like, I thought I was like, is he just like 1 million? Because I see the comics. I'm like, is he like a 1 million subscriber comic book channel who just used to play Yu-Gi-Oh like a long time ago? You know what I mean? Like, I
He
know
literally took his deck and
Dan's
put it in
dumb.
his
Okay,
bag
fair
and
enough.
took a rule book out of his bag and he threw it at your boy. He said, get good. What a coward. Running away
I just
from my
wasn't
Blue
familiar
Eyes
with
White
that.
Dragons?
That obviously didn't stop the game from becoming insanely popular, but it wouldn't have
See?
lasted all these years if Konami didn't
That was
get it
from my
under
video.
control. And Battle City played a large role in doing that.
Yo, this is Nats. Press 1 if Cap
Large
G's
role in
literally
doing
in
that.
this shot.
And not only
Hold
did
up.
Battle City make sense of the rules, it did so without detracting.
Go back.
Lasted all these years.
This is Nats. Yeah, this is freaking Nats. I could probably, I was looking, I was like, this looks like Nationals. This is Nats because I remember this specific venue. This is Chicago or Roseville. Damn. Let's see. Trying to think what color shirts I was wearing. Like, yeah, this
Konami
is
didn't get it
Nationals.
under control.
Might
And Battle
be able
City
to find
played
me.
a large role in doing that.
Is
And
that
not
my
only did
trophy?
Battle City
Looks
make
like
sense
it
of the
smells.
rules, it did so without detracting
Yeah,
from the
mask.
entertainment value. Now that we understand the significance of
Coliseum
formalizing
rule.
the rules, we can turn our attention to the real highlight of Battle City, the narrative. The most underappreciated aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been its depiction of friendship. Have you ever wondered why Exodia is comprised of 5 different cards? The design is rooted in mythology, but the reason for exactly 5 different pieces is to represent each member of Yugi's friend group. This is also why each piece is powerless
What?
unless
Shut the... What? Bro, you just made that up. There's no way I've played this game for 20 years and no one has ever told. There are 5 pieces of Exodia to represent... Hold on. Yugi, Taya, Joey, Tristan... Who am I missing? Chat, who am I missing? 3 friends? Yeah. I swear to God if he says Bakura. Kaiba? Atem? Grandpa? Yeah, bro. Press 1 if like literally made this up. No, you don't know. You don't count Yugi as 2 people. You don't count Yugi as 2 people. No. That's whack to be like, oh, well, you have to count Atem as like, no, you just fucking made this up.
All 5
Stop.
are used at the same time. It's a metaphor for friendship. Back in Season 0, when Exodia was first introduced, these 5 characters, Yugi, Joey, Tristan, Anzu, and Yami, were meant to be viewed as equals. Of course, Yugi was still the main character, and the plot focused on him for a majority of Season 0's duration.
I was gonna say, the fifth is this chick, chat. Yo, I think it would be so cool, chat. I've always said that they should reboot, like, after Vrains, right? How they should have rebooted DM. It would have been so cool if they brought her back for, like, an arc. That would have been awesome. That'd be like, it's like bringing Broly and making him canon in, like, Dragon Ball. Like, it would be cool if they brought her back. Not for, like, the whole show, but for, like, at least one arc. Anyways.
But when Yugi's friends were used against him and he had to save them by himself, they realized that they were holding him back. A group is only as powerful as its weakest member. They realized that they were holding him back. A group is only...
Okay, I'm not weird, and I'm just gonna say this. Why is his butt, like, so profound here? I can't be the only one that, like... Why is Tristan's butt just, like, so profound? I don't... It reminds me of that like... That scene in GX with Neos, like, why is his ass is just like huge? I just like, what? It looks like you. Why does it look so like? Anyways,
I just couldn't help but notice member.
That. His ass is so.
So they went on their own journeys and became stronger on an individual level. This made them feel more like cast members and less like dead weight to be carried by the protagonist, as is often the case with friend groups in shonen anime, especially those of the other Yu-Gi-Oh series. Now, what has any of this got to do with Battle City? Most of that friendship stuff was thrown out in Duelist Kingdom. Kaiba remains a bitter rival, obsessing over his defeat from the first episode. Joey returns to Yugi's shadow, and with the exception of a few brief moments, the rest of Yugi's friends are reduced to cheerleading, completely undoing the previous arc. At first glance, Battle City appears to be...
Who did Joey duel against where he used like 2 orcs or something, and the 2 orcs are supposed to like represent him and Tristan? Like, I forget, like he summoned them and like one of them gained attacks or something, because like that was kind of a friendship moment. You know what I mean? Like Joey like wins because of like Tristan's monster or something, and like Joey goes to like hug him after the duel, and Tristan punches him, which is really funny, by the way, because it's such like a guy thing to do. It was against Rex. Okay, fair enough. That's like a friendship moment. Mai versus Taya, that entire duel was like about friendship, because I went back and watched it, and like Taya spends the whole duel trying to protect the monster like Happy Friendship or Happy Lover or some shit like that, because she's like, it represents friendship and I'll never let you destroy it. And then Mai's just like, I'm out of here. I quit. I can't deal with this shit. So I wouldn't swamp ogre. Okay, I wouldn't say like there's no friendship stuff in Battle City. Or excuse me, in
it's a tournament arc following another tournament arc. Even though the rules have been refined, the game remains the same, and both emphasize Yugi's relationship with Kaiba. In many ways, it resembles a second attempt at the same story arc. However, when you consider how these concepts are applied, Battle City is very much a return to that Season 0 form, while at the same time, it stands out in virtually every way. Okay. And we only need to consider one character to illustrate this point. Ever since Yu-Gi-Oh! Became a story focused on one specific game rather than games in general, Joey has been used to explain the rules. He's the only character to start with 0 game knowledge, and as the show goes on, it's always Joey who makes mistakes and needs to be corrected by Yugi. Clearly he was intended to be a stand-in for the audience. And I know insert characters get a bad rap, which is totally justified, but what if I told you that Joey Wheeler is my favorite character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of how accurately he represents the audience? That's right. The problem with insert characters is that they're typically very plain in order to feel relatable to as many people as possible. However, Joey Wheeler, especially in the Battle City arc, is only relatable to those who share his ambition to become a true duelist. What does it mean to be a true duelist?
Is that true?
Joey never explains exactly what he means by this, but he does refer to Yugi as a true duelist when discussing his goal. But why him? What sets Yugi apart from the rest of the duelists? His win and loss record is about the same as Kaiba's, so that can't be it. Yugi does have a bit of plot armor due to his friendship, but Joey's a member of that same friend group, so why doesn't that plot armor extend to him? I think it boils down to motivation. How often is it that Yugi plays for the sake of winning? Aside from Duelist Kingdom when he must win in order to rescue his grandpa, Yugi has always played for the love of gaming. And it's this passion that has...
Wait a minute. Chat, why does Yugi enter Battle City? Like, is there actually even a reason? Because I didn't think about that. Like, he's already considered... Isn't he already considered the best duelist in the world? Like, why does he even enter? He could just, like, stay home to get... But he doesn't need them, though. The only person who, like, needed the God cards was, like... Because Ishizu told Kaiba, host this tournament, the rare hunters will come. Like... God... Yo, press 1 if Yugi didn't even have to play in this shit. He could have just, like, been like, nope, just don't feel like it. I just thought about that. Like, why did he even enter? Like, he had to enter Duelist Kingdom to save Grandpa. He didn't have to enter Battle City. Like, he didn't actually, just for fun. He needs the God cards to recover the Pharaoh's... Oh, fucking stupid plot. Whatever.
Yugi respect and admiration. How can you beat somebody who enjoys the process?
I'm just saying, like, why did he even enter this fucking tournament? Like, some of the other tournaments, like, he had real reasons to, like, just
That's
seems
more
like
than the outcome.
Needed to enter.
This is the mentality that made Yugi invincible, and it wasn't until Battle City that Joey realized it. Just before the tournament starts, Joey loses his most
Oh my god. I watched, so, I forget why I watched this, chat. I went back and I watched this episode. To this day, this pisses me off, chat. Like, have you guys ever watched an anime and there's like one moment, one episode in like a long-running anime that's still just like, you're just like, why did you write this in? This moment pisses me off so much that like they had Joey lose his red eyes and get beat up. Like, I'm just still not over this, chat. I saw this when I was, I think, 15 years old. I loved Joey. I loved the red eyes. And like, to just see, I forget the rare hunter's name, but like, he beats him with Exodia, fake Exodia. Then they actually beat him up and take red eyes. I was so mad, bro. When they made Korra gay, he deserved it. Thugs, Brooklyn Rage.
Valuable card, the Red Eyes Black
Secret,
Dragon,
yeah.
and Yugi is tasked with getting it back for him. For Joey, the opponent seemed unbeatable as he won using Exodia, which is the most powerful card in the game. But when Yugi faces that same foe, he not only defeats the guy, but exposes him as a cheater in the process.
Rip.
At this point, it would be easy for Joey to shrug it off as an unwinnable match, as he stood no chance against a cheater in the first place. But Yugi's win is so impressive that instead, Joey has an epiphany. He realizes that as long as he lives in Yugi's shadow, he will never become a true duelist. Thanks to Battle City's anti-rule, one that requires the loser of a duel to give their best card to the winner, Yugi is able to retrieve the red eyes. But when he tries to give it to Joey, Joey rejects the offer, says he'll earn it back in the spirit of a true duelist, and goes a separate way. While Joey has Yugi to fall back on, it's easy for him to make mistakes, so he essentially removed a safety net by distancing himself from Yugi. But now that he's alone, the pressure is on. As the arc progresses, Joey strengthens his knowledge.
Whose shadow is Cells of Living in Twitch chat? No one's? No one's, I guess. It's like Coder versus DK.
Knowledge of the game.
Jibril. Farfa, Dark Emperor, Jib. Oh, you know, that could, hold on. Before you laugh at that, Celsa, that could somewhat be considered legitimate. Because you guys are both kind of like members of this stream and have been for a long time. You've probably been playing the game for around the same time, but Jib went and topped his YCS. So, I mean, and honestly, you're peers too, because you're both black kids and you're like the same age. So you're fairly like your kind of peers, so maybe it's
gains
true.
confidence in his own
Just saying.
abilities through duels, and with each win, he acquires a new card to strengthen his
Shinzo.
deck. But it isn't until the Mako Tsunami duel that he cracks the code and finally realizes what it means to be a true duelist. Remember, Mako Tsunami was one of Yugi's opponents back in Duelist Kingdom, and when they first met, Joey was barely more than a background character. He was entered in the tournament just like Yugi
That's
and
all he
Mako,
duels, by the way.
but
He just
Yugi
duels
coached
Yugi's
him
people
through
from,
almost all of his
Duelist Kingdom.
duels. Now in Battle City, Joey is good enough to contend with the likes of Weevil Underwood all on his own. Even though he still makes mistakes at times, Joey is so much better than he used to be, and he's having so much more fun playing the game that it's clear he's developed a passion for it. So much so that Mako is happy to give up his signature card so he can try to earn it back in a future duel. Now Joey is to Mako what Yugi is to Joey. There's also a duel between Joey and Yugi while Joey is being possessed by Merrick that ends.
This duel is very good, chat. Like, if you guys ever are like me and you just kind of like sometimes get nostalgic, go watch some of these duels from watch this duel. Like, this duel is pretty
So
good.
beautifully, it makes Kaiba realize that Yugi's advice was right the whole time. He's stubborn, so he doesn't give in right away, but this moment went a very long way towards opening up Kaiba to the idea of cooperating with other people. Now, there are two reasons why Joey is still widely considered to be a joke of a character. The first is that 4Kids removed the True Duelist subplot altogether and gave Joey a new goal of wanting to help Yugi. Lame, I know, but I'll save the 4Kids rant for another time. The other reason is the way Joey's character arc ends. It's not pretty. Joey versus Merrick. This part is quite frustrating because it undercuts everything that Joey went through leading up to this duel, but let's set the stage. Joey has made it to
this
the
was
finals,
good.
and if he beats Merrick, he gets to face the winner of Yugi versus Kaiba in the grand finals. Obviously, Joey wants to face Yugi so he can try to earn back his red eyes,
this.
and much to everyone's surprise,
He was never going to win, chat. Come on, like, I watched this duel. I think this duel is awesome. Like, I'm not mad that Joey lost against Merrick. He was never going to win this duel. Period. If anything, Takahashi wrote the most legitimate way possible for him. It's like, I'll give you guys an example. It's like Rock Lee versus Gaara. You guys remember that from the tuning exams? There was no way they were gonna have Gaara lose in the first round. Chat. It just wasn't going to happen. But like, you can make someone lose in this was like the best way possible. You know what I mean? Like, I watched this and I'm like, yo, respect to Joey. Like, I don't feel any type of anger or whatever the fact that he lost. Piccolo versus Krillin. When did that even happen? I don't remember that. He was literally winning. It's my top 3. He was literally going to win. I don't know. I love this duel. I like the way it ended.
Joey beats Merrick, except he doesn't because he dies during his game-winning turn. I know that Yugi is the main character.
Okay, let me ask you guys one thing. Quick question. So I do not consider this to be a comedy-based video. Do you guys think clips like this,
his game-winning turn,
do you guys think that these make the video better or worse? Because to me personally, like, I understand clips like this in like Farfa's video, right? And Farfa videos, or MBT's videos, or even Cali's. But this is not a comedy-based video. So like, I don't understand the random 3 or 4 insertions of like, I don't know, try to make it comedic. Like, this to me is just like jarring. You know what I mean? Like, this video is perfectly fine the way to like, why is this here? One of those a minute isn't a big. You don't think that this, to me, this is random? Like, why is this here?
I know that Yugi is
This
the
isn't
main
a comedy.
character, and
This dude hasn't made like one joke this entire video. Like, he's not attempting to be funny, so I just don't understand why he's trying to use that for comedy. It has to not take away from the video, at least use a relevant meme. It breaks up. Yeah, to me, all right, that's what I was going to say. It breaks immersion, chat. Zoomer out. Okay, fair enough. If you're saying like you do it to keep the audience's attention, I would argue like my attention has been held the entire time by what he's saying, by the characters, by the footage, but like, to me, it just breaks immersion.
Merrick is the main villain. So naturally you would think, okay, obviously Yugi has to be the one to beat him.
Yes.
But Joey winning here would have made perfect sense thematically. In fact, I think
Would it
Takahashi's original plan was to have Joey win this duel, and then he would go on to face Yugi in the end, and even beat Yugi. Especially since Yugi already defeated Merrick twice face Yugi. I think Takahashi's original plan was to have Joey win this duel, and then...
Based on fucking what? I think Takahashi's original plan was to have Joey win Battle City? Based on fucking what? Please explain yourself. Because this is the second just crazy theory he has thrown out as if it was like fact. And I'm just like, where is this? Where's the evidence of this? Please explain.
And he would go on to face Yugi in the end, and even beat Yugi. Especially since Yugi already defeated Merrick twice earlier in the arc. I suspect that a Jump editor convinced Takahashi Sensei that making Joey the one to beat Merrick was a bad idea. Joey wasn't popular enough to save the day, so he was advised against it.
Okay, so basically, I just think this happened, but I don't really have like a legitimate reason. Like what? What is this? What is this based on?
If you don't know what I'm talking about, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is based on a weekly manga that was published in Shonen
Who
Jump.
made this?
Jump editors have a lot of influence because Jump magazines are insanely competitive. Taking the advice of an editor can save a series from being cut altogether. A popular example of this is the Chunin exams in Naruto. Orochimaru interrupted them and attacked the third Hokage because a Jump editor told Kishimoto-sensei that the exams were taking too long. And I'm not just saying this because I think it would have been better for the story. The plan to make Joey the king of games at the end of Battle City is heavily implied. Yugi and Joey also have an off-screen duel at the end of the arc anyway, and in the Dark Side of Dimensions movie, Joey can be seen holding the Red Eyes Black Dragon card, implying that Joey was victorious in their off-screen duel. Coincidence? I think not. Couple that with the fact that the final arc was about the Millennium Items and Yami's past, Joey becoming the king of games would have been the perfect send-off for the card game portion of the series. By the time Battle City ended, the real Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game had taken on a life of its own, and no longer needed the anime or the manga to survive. Joey becoming the new figure for Duel Monsters represents the audience taking on the legacy of the game. And now that the game is no longer dependent on its source material, this holds true nearly 20 years later. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Thanks.
I gotta be honest, the last like 40 seconds of this video really got off the rails into just like wild I mean, I guess Joey having red eyes in Dark Side of Dimensions gives it some credence. That's the only thing I could think of. But would they still be playing under Battle City rules because the tournament's over? Like, hold on, chat. Did Joey give the third place match, right, in Battle City? Did Kaiba take one of Joey's cards? Or did, like, Joey offer Kaiba a card? Or I don't even remember if they dueled or whatever. You know what I mean? I just assumed, like, they weren't playing by... Once they got to, like, the top 8, they weren't playing by the whole you take my card rules anymore. Which would actually invalidate his entire point. Because the rules of Battle City were only for, like... I don't know how to... everything prior to the semifinals. Or, excuse me, until the top 8. The quarterfinals. It was an off-the-books ante. Okay, so then I would say that we've disproved his theory of like Joey won the duel, he won back Red Eyes, which proved that he was superior to Yugi. I don't know why he put that in the video.
Thanks for watching.
It's a bit like, I mean, I still think this was a good video because I don't want to blast people, chat, just because they have like crazy theories on
Yu-Gi-Oh! Has undergone
or crazy theories that are what's it called? I mean, this is real. Yo, I have to say, for a channel with only 2,000 subscribers, chat, this guy's thumbnail game is insane. His thumbnails look great. Like, I don't know if he's making them or who's doing them. But, like, yeah, this guy's thumbnail game is, like, this looks great. This looks great. And I understand that these are pulled from, like, popular images, like right here. The Yugi crying, that's from Waking the Dragons. Yeah, that right there, chat. Yugi crying, that's from Waking the Dragons. Like, but his thumbnails look really good. So, you know what? This guy might pop off, chat. Seriously. It ain't Dolan King Enigma Balls. Do we subscribe to him, chat? I think the only problem with subscribing to this guy is it looks like he only uploads one video a month, chat. Like, he literally 2 months, 3, 4, 5. He literally uploads one video a month. Like, give him I'm just saying He only uploads one video a month, chat. Like, seriously. I don't believe you can grow. I'm not sure if you can grow as a YouTuber with that schedule. Unless your video is, I don't know. This is probably good enough for one a month though. So, no, I don't care who you sub to. Rada's in his own little special category because people like simp for Rada. Cap, you haven't uploaded in 8. Bro, I've uploaded 2 videos in the last, like, 10 days. What do you mean? The Celtics head coach got suspended. Yeah. Ime Udoka got suspended for an entire year for having a consensual relationship with someone on the staff, which is kind of insane. Chat, could you imagine getting suspended from your job for an entire year because you're banging one of the female employees? Like, that's kind of, I mean, I know he's married, but like, it's kind of not, it's not like that's illegal, right? Cheating on your wife, like, it's kind of crazy. Want to look at the games revealed at the Nintendo? Yeah, sure, why not? The Rada schedule. Oh, hold on. So, Zesty brought something to my attention, Twitch chat. Hold on. I want to see if I can find this guy. Great. Dart Signer, Art Cradle, Battle City Finals. I don't think this needs to be different. Yeah, I don't like, I get it. They're like kind of just put it all as Battle City. Cause this is just the blimp stuff. I kind of get, right. Like, this is just the blimp duels, but there's also like another, they start in the blimp and then it goes to like virtual world and then they finish the blimp. It's just like, bro, just put all of it as Battle City. Seriously, just make it all Battle City. Prison Escape, Crashtown, Duelist Kingdom, Xyz/Fusion Dimension. I gotta be honest, I feel like probably nothing from Arc V should be like up here, but what's it called? Shadow Riders. Where's season 3 of GX? Season 3 of GX was insane. Darkness, cringe. Domino City, Virtual Worlds. I kind of like this art. It's cute, I guess. We got bits, but from whom? Here's your bonus. Bye from now. Thank you very much, Thatman666. I appreciate the bits. Dual Carnival, Numbers Hunts, Arc League. Yeah, I think this is the first one. Grand Champion. Really? Really, chat? Oh, I thought he put Vrains as like less than terrible. I'm like, whoever this is, I can't even respect her. Like, Vrains is awesome, chat. Vrains is awesome. The first arc in Vrains, very good. Chat, do you guys think Waking the Dragons is a bad arc? Do you guys want to know why I like Waking the Dragons so much? Or why I love? I'm not going to use the word like. It's not just that there are so many iconic moments, like the whole Monster Kato and Infinity Plus One, and Yugi and bro, Yugi versus Raphael, chat. Mwah. As Callie says, what does he say? Magnificent. He says something in like an Italian voice. He does that, and I like it. The next arc is better. 9. No, it's not. One of the main reasons, chat, that I like Waking the Dragon so much is they took a character who I really don't think was that good, but popular, right? This character was not that good, not really that interesting. They put this character through hell. I think they honestly humiliated this character. And in Waking the Dragons, that character is probably the best character in the entire arc. Who is Cap G talking about, chat? Who am I talking about? A character who really wasn't all that interesting, didn't do a lot. I mean, was popular, but kind of shit on a lot. And then they completely redeemed them. Rebecca? What? No. Who cares about Rebecca? I would say Rebecca got worse, honestly. The little Rebecca with the teddy bear was like it was way better when she was like toxic and annoying. No, the character is Mai Valentine, chat. Mai in Waking the Dragons is amazing. Like her character development, and it's sad because it's filler, but her character development in that arc is awesome. She becomes a villain. She honestly, I think her arc is kind of like a metaphor for depression. You know what I mean? Edgy face, dude. Edgy phases are awesome. Edgy phases are all that's actually a very common misconception, chat. That like characters going through edgy phases in Yu-Gi-Oh is bad. Like I'll name you guys: Mai's edgy phase in Waking the Dragons, awesome. Zane's edgy phase in season 3 of GX, awesome. Well, season 2, season 3. Jaden becoming Supreme King, edgy phase, awesome. Edgy phases are awesome. Cap is such a chunibyo. I don't know what that means. Edgy phases are. Press 1 for Cap G edgy. Yo, I want to have an edgy phase. I'm gonna be the first Yugi tuber to have an edgy phase. Seriously, I don't know if any Yugi tubers have had edgy phases, but I'm gonna fucking have an edgy phase, chat. It's gonna be awesome.